Okay. New business. Richard, I believe you have an item.
Yeah. Hi, good morning. I'd like to bring up an issue that's occurring in Griffith Park regarding the pony rides. I'm concerned about the pony rides. I think the pony rides are a real benefit to children and families in the city of Los Angeles, a real amenity. And I don't know how familiar the commissioners are with the fact that the pony rides are being discontinued by Parks and Rec. And it's unclear to me exactly why they're being decommissioned. 4 ponies died last year, but in terms of what I've read, they died of natural causes. There wasn't any poor maintenance associated with the ponies. It appears to me that there's the other thing that's happening with the pony rides and the closure is it seems it's happening really quickly. There is a meeting today at 11 o'clock that the Parks and Rec are having in terms of hearing public comment on the pony rides. And I think that's only happened recently because there was a fairly large article in the Los Angeles Times regarding the pony rides. Mm-hmm. And it seems that one of the issues associated with the pony rides and the closure is the fact that 4 ponies died, and the gentleman who runs the pony rides did not notify the city or Parks and Rec. But from what I understand, his contract does not require him to report the deaths of the ponies. Veterinarians have looked at the facility and have given it an okay. There was some concern, and he fixed some things like last year. Because Griffith Park is a monument and the pony rides are clearly a use that's described in the monument application, and it's been in existence since 1948. 3 generations of Angelinos have gone to the pony rides and had birthday parties there and all kinds of fun times with their children. And because the Cultural Heritage Commission is sort of the overview of the cultural monument, I think we have something to say about this. I think that it's a little different than past cases when we had developers buy buildings and kick out artists and residents. This is owned by the city of Los Angeles. This is not a normal situation in terms of controlling use. This is a legacy of a use in a park that we own. And I just find that the whole thing just sort of reeks of something going on funny to me. I don't know, Ken, if you have any comments about this.
Thank you, Commissioner Barron. Yes, we have reached out to Department of Recreation and Parks on this, because as you've noted, the pony rides are one of the enumerated character-defining features of the Griffith Park Historic Cultural Monument. And so we've been in touch with Rec and Park staff and got a fairly detailed response from the department's executive officer, who did note, as you've already noted, that the department is doing community outreach on what the future of this component of the park should be, and that is happening kind of concurrent with our meeting today at 11 a.m. So we do imagine there will be considerable public input. At the moment, there are no physical changes specifically proposed to the pony rides. This commission and with the Cultural Heritage Ordinance, as we've noted with many sites, including legacy businesses and other types of sites around the city, we do not have purview over the use of historic cultural monuments and have any ability to mandate or regulate a particular use within a monument site. We do have purview, of course, when there is substantial alteration that is proposed more physically. And right now that is not proposed, although it is certainly conceivable that as the future of this component of the park gets determined, that there may be future alterations brought forward. Rec and Park staff has assured us that they will stay in contact with us, and we'll reach out if there are any additional proposals for changes to this component of the park. But right now, we don't know what that means. We do know that the existing concessionaires, their contract is not being renewed, but we don't know what will be proposed in terms of pony rides or other use at this portion of the park.
Ken, don't you see this a little differently than a typical, restaurant use and building being made a monument and all of that? I mean, this is sort of a little different wrinkle, in my opinion, that this is a legacy use in a monument that the city owns.
No,
I think we have. I mean, I don't know. First of all, I'm surprised that the preservation community, the Los Angeles Conservancy, and Friends of Los Feliz, and all these other preservation people haven't got on the bandwagon and made a fuss about this. I think this is sort of, I don't know. I think it's a big deal, that they're all of a sudden, and it seems without due cause that they're eliminating this wonderful event that happens in the park for children and families, and it just seems really odd to me. The whole thing just seems crazy in a sense.
Commissioner Barron, can I chime in? This is DCA Kimberly Wongfu. Since this item is not agendized, perhaps would you like to bring this back and have some kind of subcommittee created, or at least agendize it for a future meeting for discussion at a later time?
Yeah, Kimberly, I was going to suggest that we agendize it for the January 5th meeting, and have Parks and Rec, report directly to us what's happening and what their future plans are, if there are plans at this point. Also like to note, Commissioner Barron, that there was a meeting, I guess, last night on some other city commission, which deals with animal welfare, and they noted that the 4 ponies that died were in fact retired ponies. They weren't even active ponies.
Yeah, they were. I mean, one pony got kicked in the head by another pony. The ponies weren't on the Griffith Park site, I believe. They've been retired. I've had 3 dogs and they all died. Does that mean I shouldn't have a 4th dog? These are beasts of burdens, right? And somebody's upset that children are riding, a pony. I mean,
So
come on.
can we agendize it for January 5th meeting? And have
we can reach out to Rec and Park staff and request them, agendize it and request that they be available for questions, assuming they are.
And then Commissioner Barron, you might want to call in as a private resident to the 11 o'clock.
I'm going to try to do that if we exit out of here.
Okay, let's cut this short then and see if we can get you free for the ponies. Okay.
I mean, the only problem is that I don't know that. I guess it could be reinstated after. I think they're pulling the plug on the 22nd of December for closing down his. And I went by there the other day to see if I could see what was going on with the ponies, and it was rather late on a Tuesday. It was around 3:30, and I didn't see any signs of ponies at all. So I don't know if the ponies have already been removed from the site at this point. Okay.
Let's agendize it for January 5th, Ken. And have Rec and Parks report. Okay, advanced calendar. Is everyone on grid in the foreseeable future?
I noted previously, I will be gone for the January 5th meeting. I will not be here.
Okay. And any commission